The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Cousins looking to put it up right away. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Hurts. And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, "Let's go, big boy. You're still our leader."
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Cousins now. Into the hands of the rookie Jordan Addison. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And that's how you shake off the interception you throw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Meanwhile, Cousins with a throw here caught by Addison. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Cousins throw taken in by Hawkinson here. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 37. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing is Cousins. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Josh Oliver, but it'll be second down. You look at this Eagle defense. They were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. Completes it to the fullback hand. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Cousins again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. Throwing, Cousins. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Third and goal for Cousins. That one behind his receiver and incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let him go late and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Joseph's got it, and they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
From the 22 now, here's a 2nd and 7. Throwing is Hurts. Got him in. It's Brown. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And some room to work. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Hurts throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line. Set.
Here's a toss play right to Swift. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It was Danielle Hunter to make the play in the backfield.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Second down. Here's Hurts. Fires the quick slant. A.J. Brown's got it. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 16. A good pickup there of 20 yards. He had the start to a season a week ago that everybody wants to have. NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Can he do it a second time?
He can. He absolutely positively can because of his skill set. When people adjust to him, he has a great ability to adjust himself and make them continue to chase him throughout the game.
This duo locked in. 14 yards there and a first down. Swift, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
6-yard line.
Sixth ring is our score after one. It's the NFL on EA Sports. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they come up now second and goal. Here's Hurts to throw. He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season as his guys are able to extend their lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it's a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Keneduagu now out of his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the return will stop right around the 25.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Swift going to try up the middle. Down to about the 23.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8.
Hey, thumbs up. I learned it.
They'll run it now with Smith. On this one, may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
These guys off the edge are already tough to contain when they're protecting a stationary target. Asking them to hold their blocks when a runner is struggling to find a lane, often an impossible task. Regardless of the outcome on the scoreboard, that will be one of this game's biggest stops.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Julio Jones, 30 yards. And the Eagles are able to extend their lead. So this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen. This offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Losers in the season opener on Sunday, they get that quick turnaround 96 hours later. Here we go. They're back at it. And I've got to think, especially early in the year, that's a good thing for these guys, is it not?
It absolutely is, and we've seen it many times demonstrated over the years. Teams have a rough opening game, have to play the Thursday game. That quick turnaround allows them to go ahead and throw the other game out, focus on the new one, and typically they play much better in game 2, so I would agree with you totally on that.
Here's Madison getting it again on second, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now the 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 20. Oh, I nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He's going to air one out. And this is caught. Touchdown. Dallas Goedert, 41 yards. And the Eagles are able to add on to their first half lead. Well, they had gone run the previous play. Nice little setup. This time they go play action. Defense bites a bit, and they hit for a big play in the end zone.
So they sold it really well, didn't they? Because of just what you described. They ran it the previous play, come back with the same action, and now they step back and throw it and get a big play for a touchdown. But what happens as a defensive back is your eyes have to go to the right place. You always hear Coach talk about, are your eyes in the right spot? Well, this time the eyes went to the play action. It froze their feet. They were moving, and he went on past them and caught the pass for a touchdown.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up first and 10. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Here we go.
Here's Cousins. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Throwing on second and long. Cousins. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Once again, it's Swift. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. From the gun, here's Swift. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
A 47-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm about to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. To throw, Cousins. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Cousins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Cousins. And that is incomplete.
1st down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback, as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there, because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Slot man moves right. Now they'll fake it there on the jet sweep, and instead here's Swift. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Give him a couple on the run there. It'll be 2nd and 13.
Brings up 2nd and 13.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
The Eagles send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and it's trying to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Cousins now on 2nd down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow them to convert a 3rd and 18. Now look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in the cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Cousins. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Now a 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Nice run and some new digs for Swift, the biggest name to be dealt during this year's draft. Had some tough times in 3 years with the Lions, but the good news for him, he's now in Philadelphia and knows exactly how to get the most out of a versatile runner.
Taken down at the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Second down and 6 now. They get this to Smith on the jet sweep. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a 1st down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
Now, this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Dean Lowry collapses the pocket and drops him for a loss of 3.
Well, that had to feel good for Dean Lowry, who made the move from Green Bay to Minnesota as a free agent in the offseason. Hopes that he's going to have his best year as a pass rusher yet.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Hurts going to keep it running right. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. 9 good yards there on the run, and now 3rd down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a 1st down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
3 yards won't be enough here, as that'll bring up 4th down.
A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. This just 32 yards officially from the right hash. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
17 yards, first down, Vikings.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw pulled in by Jefferson. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Cousins now. This is caught by Addison. Touchdown, Vikings. Jordan Addison with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Vikings are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy mark.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that?
I was going to ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's a handoff to Swift. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Hurts sets up to throw it. He's going deep for Brown. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Throwing is Cousins. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Intercepted. The Eagles take over first and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. On the handoff, this is Swift. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Second and 10. Here's Swift. The second down play not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. From the gun, it's Hurts. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Give that sack to Harrison Phillips, the big man. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
A 52-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, the only silver lining on the other sideline, CD, is that they kept him out of the end zone, but still, that's another 3 points added on to this large lead.
Yeah, no shortage of scoring or big plays on defense in this one. And even up by 4 possessions, still finding ways to create opportunities and capitalize with points.
Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately. And now here is another interception. Picked by Kevin Byard, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turn around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because it just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for Philadelphia, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week.
Yeah, if I did it, then I did it right. Yeah, this ain't happened for me overnight. Yeah, bet against me, you gon' pay the price. Yeah, down to business, I ain't playing nice. Yeah, so ahead of y'all, I'm out of sight. Yeah, when you pop it, they don't wanna slice. Yeah, greed and envy, that's a part of life. Yeah, mediocre, that just won't suffice. Better now than ever, ain't no cracking under pressure. The boy's clever. If I did it, it was stellar. Nobody fresher. Stop complaining, man, my head hurts. These catchy records ain't nothing really but a walk in the park for me. Heard the catalog, you know I got some scars on me. Just getting started, you don't really wanna start with me. It's John Kill, I would sacrifice a heart in me for family, high roller. But you
choose the team you want to start your franchise with.
Career lifespan looking good, it ain't slowing. One after another, man, I just keep going and going and going. Yeah, if I did it, then I did it right. This ain't happened for me overnight.
Continue ahead to begin your franchise. Use the options on the left.
Down to business, I ain't playing nice. Yeah. So ahead of y'all, I'm out of sight. Yeah. When you poppin', they don't wanna slice. Yeah. Greed and envy, that's a part of life. Yeah. Mediocre, that just won't suffice. Keep myself grounded, that's a piece of me that I won't let go. No matter what level I reach, I promise to hold it close. Ain't gotta tell me this hitting different, man, I already know. How are you claiming we had a baby, we ain't never spoke? I don't be out here with random women on the road. They want a DNA test to prove it, I'm like, here you go. I could've saved you a bunch of time and told you the results. Looking for hush money from me, you ain't gon' get it though. Historic, rain on my parade, I keep walking and ignore it. Just part of the game, yeah, it comes with the territory. It's just another day, man, I'm used to it downpouring. It's nothing. If I did it, then I did it right. Yeah. This ain't happened for me overnight. Yeah. Bet against me, you gon' pay the price. Yeah. Down to business, I ain't playing nice. Yeah. So ahead of y'all, I'm out of sight. Yeah. When you poppin', they don't wanna slice. Yeah. Greed and envy, that's a part of life. Yeah. Mediocre, that just won't suffice. Do not need no introduction. Ooh. Start my own, can't no one touch it. Ooh. Became what they said I couldn't. Ooh. Mediocre, that won't cut it. Life is a gift, I wanna live it to the fullest while I can. Why would I not wanna know my days in this game are numbered? Might as well enjoy the few years that I do have left. Who knows when I'ma write my last verse? I've been to hell and back ever since that first EP came out with all our